Once the chicken paste is blended with all the ingredients, factory workers move the container to the next phase of production. The mixed chicken paste is then transferred to another shaping machine, where it's formed into the familiar nugget shape. However, the chicken beneath the coating remains uncooked during this stage. Upon leaving the fryer, the nuggets undergo rapid freezing, a critical process for preserving product freshness and quality. After being coated with at least 3 layers of batter, the conveyor belt transports the nuggets to a fryer, where they are fried at high temperatures for a few minutes. The brief frying time is primarily to set the coating and achieve the crispy texture.
Chicken nuggets might look harmless. They're crispy, bite-sized, and nostalgic for many of us. But if you're over 60, eating nuggets from certain fast food chains could be one of the worst choices for your health. At this age, your body processes fat, sodium, and preservatives differently. High salt can spike blood pressure, hidden sugars raise diabetes risks, and excessive saturated fat harms the heart. And with weaker immune systems, food safety also becomes a much bigger concern. Here are 5 chains where chicken nuggets might look tempting, but they come with health risks that older adults simply can't afford to ignore. Number 5, McDonald's, the sodium bombs in disguise. McDonald's nuggets are legendary. Kids grew up with Happy Meals, and adults still crave that familiar crunch. But behind the golden coating lies a serious issue: sky-high sodium levels. A standard 10-piece McNuggets contains nearly 900 milligrams of sodium, and that's before dipping sauces. For someone over 60, doctors often recommend staying under 1,500 milligrams per day to protect the heart. Just 1 box of nuggets already eats up more than half of that allowance. Add in the fact that McNuggets are fried in oils that contain added preservatives and stabilizers, and you're looking at a snack that strains aging arteries. For older adults with high blood pressure, kidney disease, or heart concerns, McNuggets are less a treat and more a ticking time bomb. Number 4, Burger King, nuggets that aren't really chicken. Burger King often runs deals like 10 nuggets for $1.49, which sounds like a steal. But at that price, you're not paying for quality chicken, you're paying for filler. BK nuggets are heavily processed with chicken mixed with starches, binders, and flavor additives to keep them cheap. By the time they hit your tray, they're more meat paste than actual poultry. For seniors, that's dangerous. The body doesn't digest chemical additives as efficiently, and heavily processed meats have been linked to higher risks of cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. What's worse, these nuggets are fried in oils that can be reheated repeatedly, creating harmful compounds that stress aging digestive systems. If you're over 60 and trying to protect your health, Burger King's bargain nuggets aren't a deal. They're a health debt you'll pay later. Number 3, Wendy's nuggets with a preservative punch. Wendy's nuggets have a slightly different flavor profile, peppery, seasoned, and crispier than some rivals. They may taste fresher, but looks are deceiving. One problem? Preservatives and additives. Ingredients like sodium aluminum phosphate, dimethylpolysiloxane, an anti-foaming agent, and TBHQ, a petroleum-based preservative, are often used to keep nuggets shelf-stable and visually appealing. While small amounts are technically safe, older adults are far more vulnerable to the long-term effects of chemical buildup. TBHQ, in particular, has been linked to immune system issues and increased oxidative stress. Seniors already face higher inflammation risks, so eating nuggets loaded with chemical stabilizers can worsen fatigue, joint pain, and overall health decline. And don't forget the calorie trap. One serving might not seem like much, but pair nuggets with fries and soda, and you've got more than half a day's worth of calories and fat in one meal. Number 2, KFC nuggets drenched in grease. KFC markets itself as finger-licking good, but their nuggets are grease-heavy bombs that put aging hearts at risk. Unlike some competitors, KFC's breading absorbs more oil, meaning each bite carries extra saturated fat. For older adults, this is dangerous. Excessive saturated fat raises LDL cholesterol, the bad kind that clogs arteries. Combine that with high sodium seasoning, and you've got a recipe for hypertension, heart attack, or stroke. Another issue? KFC's frying oil often contains trans fats, which are far worse than natural fats. Even in small amounts, trans fats can stiffen blood vessels, reduce circulation, and increase the risk of dementia. Seniors dealing with memory decline or mobility issues simply don't need another risk factor stacked against them. KFC's nuggets might feel nostalgic, but if you're over 60, every box is essentially a gamble with your cardiovascular system. Number 1. Chick-fil-A, healthier. Nuggets that aren't so healthy. Chick-fil-A is often marketed as the healthier fast food option. Their grilled nuggets in particular are promoted as a lighter choice. But dig deeper and you'll see the problems. Even the grilled nuggets are heavily marinated in sodium-loaded seasoning, pushing blood pressure higher than many realize. An 8-count grilled nugget serving contains nearly 600 milligrams of sodium, which is significant for those on low-sodium diets. The fried nuggets are even worse, breaded, oily, and loaded with calories that add up fast. Plus, Chick-fil-A has faced repeated criticism for food safety recalls in its chicken supply chain. For seniors with weaker immune systems, the risk of foodborne illness is far more serious than for younger adults. While Chick-fil-A may look like the better option compared to greasy competitors, it's still a risky choice for older adults trying to keep blood pressure, cholesterol, and weight under control. Why chicken nuggets hit harder after 60? You might wonder, why are chicken nuggets so much worse for seniors compared to younger adults? The answer lies in how the body changes with age. Slower metabolism means extra calories stick around as fat. Weaker kidneys make it harder to flush out excess sodium, raising blood pressure. Fragile arteries can't handle constant sodium and fat spikes. Lower immunity increases vulnerability to foodborne bacteria. In your 20s, scarfing down nuggets just made you sluggish for a day. In your 60s, the same meal can trigger a blood pressure spike, chest pain, or long-term health decline. Healthier alternatives that actually satisfy. If you're craving something nugget-like but don't want the risks, there are better choices. Homemade baked nuggets using real chicken breast coated in whole wheat breadcrumbs. Air fryer nuggets that cut out 70% of the oil. Plant-based nuggets, though watch sodium content. Grilled chicken strips seasoned with herbs instead of salt. Making swaps like these gives you the crunch and flavor without the artery-clogging fat and sodium overload. The bottom line, chicken nuggets aren't going anywhere. They'll always be a staple of fast food menus and a nostalgic comfort food. But if you're over 60, eating nuggets at these 5 chains, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, KFC, and Chick-fil-A, can take a serious toll on your health. What looks like a quick snack is often a hidden cocktail of preservatives, sodium, grease, and questionable chicken quality. And while younger bodies might tolerate the hit, older adults pay the price more quickly and more severely. If you care about staying healthy into your 60s, 70s, and beyond, skip the drive-thru nuggets. Instead, invest in making your own cleaner, fresher version at home, or choose leaner protein options. Because at the end of the day, chicken nuggets aren't just empty calories, they're a hidden health hazard, especially when age makes every bite count more than ever.